Hello, this is The Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Faith Katai. This is a program which brings individual entrepreneurs and showcase how they have thrived in their businesses. On this edition, we are featuring Gift Musonda, a lady who is an entrepreneur in a male-dominated business of drilling boreholes. Gift, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
You know, I've been looking for you. It has been so difficult to find you.
Okay.
Yes. So, Gift, tell us about yourself. Who is Gift Musonda?
I'm the lady borehole driller. I drill boreholes.
Wow.
Yeah, I do both commercial boreholes and domestic boreholes. I do civil works also related to water services or regulations, water regulations. I also do solar pump installations as well as electric pump installations. Yeah, so that's about me.
Who is this Gift Musonda? Tell me more about yourself. How do you describe yourself?
I'm Gift. Um, I'm aged 44 years. Yeah. I'm the director um, for a company called Gift Upper Solutions. Yeah, so I've been drilling boreholes for the past going into 7 years this year. When I talk about boreholes, I'm talking about both commercial and domestic boreholes. Apart from drilling, I also do installations, um, which is solar as well as electric pumps. Civil works also we do, as well as hand pump installations. Okay, so I'm a nurse by profession and also an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for a long, long time. Yeah, I think I just worked for 2 years before I opened a shop somewhere. Yeah, and my journey started from there. Yeah, from that shop, I I developed myself and went into something else, something more advanced. Yeah, so um, 7 years ago, that's when I went into drilling.
So, this interest in borehole drilling, did you have it from childhood or it just came when you were an adult?
No, 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 no. I didn't know. As I told you, I'm a nurse by profession, and after finishing my grade 12, I went to Chikankata School of Nursing, Southern Province, where I did my nursing from 1999 to 2001. Yeah. Same year 2001, I was employed. I went I went into civil service until I left a few years ago.
Why did you leave?
Um, as a civil servant, I used to do side hustle, and reading was a side hustle. So when my side hustle became the main hustle, that's when I left. So for you to understand even more, let's go together the site. I've got a site I'm drilling right now.
Okay.
Yeah, within Lusaka.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Gift, can you share how you started your journey or how you entered into the drilling business?
Okay. Wow. From childhood, I've been a very inquisitive child. Yeah. So even as a small girl, I used to be very inquisitive. Yeah. So um, during my secondary school, I was a chess champion. I'm talking about the whole province, and my mother didn't know when I learned chess. Yeah, I'm very inquisitive. So even when it came to the drilling of boreholes, it's something that I knew I was going to manage. Yeah. So I'm also a very courageous person. Very, very courageous. And I didn't even have any doubts. I just said I'm going for it and I'm going to manage. Yeah. So when I started my drilling, most of the people are skeptical about me drilling boreholes because drilling boreholes is mostly foreign dominated and male dominated. So being Zambian and female, people are so skeptical. But the more I drilled, the more I got more experience, the more I was sharpened, and the more I perfected my skills. Yeah, so that has been my journey, and just in Lusaka I've done more than 2,000 boreholes. Just in Lusaka, I've done boreholes also on the Copper Belt. I've done boreholes in Central Province as well as Southern Province.
Were there times where when you drill these boreholes for some customers, they would have this fear to say, "Is this, you are a woman, how are you going to do it?" And some of them, after you drill, maybe they will have these doubts. How are you dealing with such situations?
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, the most important thing is that you have to know the work. You have to know what you're doing. It's very difficult for you to progress in any field or any business if you are ignorant as the owner of the business. So I familiarized myself with the sites. I was hands-on on almost all the sites. Yeah, so I know exactly which areas do have collapsing gaps, which areas have got deep boreholes. Yeah, so even when I see maybe I receive a survey report from a geologist, I'm able to agree or disagree with the report based on my experience in that area. Yeah, so when the client comes, I do ask which areas they're coming from. Yeah, so when they say, I'm coming from Chalala, I'll ask them which part of Chalala, because Chalala, the way Chalala is, not only Chalala, most parts of Lusaka, you can find water here at 25 meters. Just the distance of maybe 200 or 300 meters, you find water at 140 or 150 meters. So that way I'm able to guide the client accordingly. Yeah, if they tell me, oh, my site is in Chalala, and this is the exact area, I would tell them, yes, we may get water, maybe 50 meters, but that side you may have collapsing gaps. We may reinforce the bomb steel casings, and the budget, the estimate may be like this, maybe 10, 20, 30, so that the client prepares accordingly. So I do inform my clients, I do give them information so that they make an informed decision before I proceed with the drilling or before I do any transaction with the client. Great.
We are finally here at the site and talking to Gift Nsonda. So Gift, what is really happening here? I've seen it's like we are now preparing to drill. What is happening?
Yes, we are ready to drill, but there is an obstacle where we are supposed to drill, and that's the tree which we are cutting just now. Want to bring it down, then we put our machine there to be drilling. We normally do site visits a few days before the drilling, but in this case, because the yard is big, I was assuming that everything is okay. But all the same, nothing stands on our way. Sometimes we even bring down no fences. Sometimes even a house just to have water. Water is life, as we can see. Yeah, so people can sacrifice trees, can sacrifice all fences. They can bring down the house. Yeah, that's why we encourage people to drill boreholes before they do any projects there. Before they put any structures there, they have to do the borehole, because sometimes you find that where there is water is in the sitting room where you put the house, and water is not found just everywhere. Yeah, the water moves in aquifers, and sometimes the aquifer can be right where you have put the house.
So where did you get the inspiration of getting into this business of drilling boreholes?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm just an inquisitive person who doesn't believe in failing, who believes that I can do anything. Yeah, I can do all things. Yeah. So a person who introduced me into the drilling business is an Indian man called Mr. Chaitanya, the director of a certain drilling company. So he invited me to work with him and to help him with the business that he was running, which is drilling business. So I joined him, and he gave me a number of roles. Site supervision, taking water samples to Yunza for water quality test, getting WAMA permits on behalf of the company, and also being in the front of the business, that's customer service. So I did a number of things whilst I was working there, and that simply gave me the exposure into the business. I was committed, and I was ambitious because I wanted to learn more and know more about drilling. Yeah, and most people think that when you do certain jobs, you are an illiterate. And at some point, people thought that I've never been to school, and think that's the mindset which is supposed to change, especially in Africa. Yeah, when someone is educated, they think they can't do certain jobs. There are certain jobs they call dirty jobs, like this one. But then such jobs, you can also earn a living through such jobs. Yeah, so I continued with my drilling business, and I met clients who inspired me. I met clients who discouraged me. Yeah, some just hearing that it's a woman, they'll say, no, a woman cannot drill boreholes. You have never heard of such a thing. Yeah, I remember I met one Indian who told me that, Gift, I've moved Yeah, I've moved in different countries, not only Zambian countries. I've never seen a woman who drills boreholes who is into this business. And I think you are the first person that I've ever met. Yes, they are there, a number of them out there, but I I was the first woman he ever met doing such a business. Yeah, so I can say I was mentored and inspired by my former boss. And also, when we talk about thinking of, outside the box, I'm one example of thinking outside the box because I'm a nurse. I've got a degree in nursing. Yeah, when we talk about self-development, I also developed myself in nursing because when I entered nursing, I was having a certificate in nursing. I was an enrolled nurse. By the time I was leaving, I had a bachelor's degree in nursing. Yeah, so I developed myself also in nursing. So thinking outside the box. Usually, when someone is practicing in the line of their careers, they'll only think of hustling according to that career. But then, as my friends were doing part time in hospitals, clinics, during their free time, I was doing my part time in a drilling company, being inspired by my former boss, who is Indian. Yeah, so I thought outside the box, and I applied some of my nursing skills in my business because this one sometimes can be an emotional business, where someone hits into a dry borehole, and whether it's dry or wet borehole, you still pay because the business is not about just finding water, it's drilling itself. So whether you find water or not, you have drilled the borehole. And sometimes the borehole will collapse and the client will have to add money to what they paid, and they become so emotional. So I learned skills in nursing like pain management and anxiety management, which helped me to deal with the client out there. And having been in contact with human beings, I learned human behaviors. So it's very, very important that the young people, as they are thinking of entrepreneurship, they don't abandon school, because some people say that you cannot. They say things like, maybe you have heard things like, the people who have never been to school, they prosper more than people who have never been to school. So I can say that you need both. Yeah, if you have got an opportunity to upgrade yourself, I've got an opportunity to go into courses like plumbing, electrical, it will sharpen you and open the doors to the world.
Okay, let's take a short break.
This is Gift Nsonda, the lady driller. Keep watching The Entrepreneur on Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. In case you have just joined us, you are watching The Entrepreneur, and I'm talking to Gift Nsonda, the lady driller. Welcome back to the interview, Gift.
Thank you, Faith.
So you don't miss nursing? You don't have any plans to go back to nursing?
One of the reasons why I don't miss nursing a lot is my nature. I love people. So even in drilling, I interact with people and meet different people every day. Yeah, so that simply keeps me going. Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
So in this business of entrepreneurship, as a lady driller, what are some of the obstacles that you faced?
Okay, maybe you can cut this a bit. I wanted to add something. When you say you don't miss nursing.
Okay, you
Yeah.
can
So
continue.
nursing, you are like in nursing. I was a lifesaver, and once a nurse, always a nurse, and forever a nurse. So even now, I can save life. Even on site, if something happens, I can still save life. And when I went into water business, water is life. Water is also life. So I'm also giving life to the people, because a human being can't survive without water.
In terms of obstacles, what obstacles have you faced as an entrepreneur in your business?
Yeah, so I've faced a number of obstacles. One of them is gender acceptance, especially from the other gender, the men. Yeah, usually men want to see. They are not like women. Women can see you on Facebook and say, let me take a risk. For men, they really want to know what they're getting into. That's their nature. So when you meet a man, you ask you a lot of questions and want proof of what you are doing, whether you are good at it or what, and they sometimes want to see you do the actual work. Yes, one of the obstacles is gender. Yeah, it's male dominated, and people are still in the some still think that women cannot do certain things. I'm talking about culture now, how we are raised. Yeah, so for people to accept that you can do the breathing is not something that is very easy. Yeah, then the other thing is, as you can see, it's male centered skill. The rods you are seeing there are 100 kgs each. And you see, as we start breathing, they have to lift them on the shoulders. Now, there is some people would say employ some female as well, but there is anatomy barrier because we are created different. There are certain things a man can do according to their anatomy, and a woman can't manage, like the lifting of the rods. So, meaning that I supervise almost 100% boys, and a woman supervising boys is not easy. It's very very difficult, and sometimes men, the way they are, they know that women are kind people, so the way they will respond or behave when you are with them, and the way they will behave when they are being supervised by a man is different. Yeah, so that's another obstacle. Then the the other obstacle is also drilling is not a product where you know what you are getting. I'm going to buy this and it should look like this. It's like mining. You don't know what you are getting there. So sometimes instead of getting what at 50 meters, you end up getting at 70 meters. And that time the client is panicking. And you have to manage the client as well as the borehole. Yeah. You have to reassure the client, talk to the client that it shall be well, because at that point, some clients um, do just lose it. Yeah.
So in this drilling business, I've heard you mention you mainly supervise men. Those are the ones you've employed. So how many have you empowered?
Okay, so when I talk about the empowerment, I've got about, I think, over 10 workers. I've got a boy at the office, and I've got these on the truck. There are about 6. That's the operator, the the road lifters, and the driver. Yeah. I also have a lady who is a hydrogeologist. Is a geologist specialized in hydrogeology. Yeah. It's a girl. I also have a girl who is a water engineer. That's I've got 2 girls in the company.
Great. You have no plans to increase, like to balance up the gender, male and female.
Yeah, as I continue mentoring them, I think in the near future I'll consider bringing in more women. I also have a geophysicist who does water survey, the one who does water survey, and the one who did living here, Francis, is also employed by us and is registered with WAMA as well as EIZ. So all our engineers are registered with the EIZ and other authorities.
Okay, Gift. So how do you strike a balance between social life, family life, and your business? Because it seems like this business is very much involving. You have to be on site. You have to make sure that they're doing the correct things.
Okay, so how I balance, I can say it's very very difficult. Yeah, to balance, because the nature of the business, as I've told you, it's not a straight business where you know what you're getting. Yeah, so the situation can change, even as we're drilling. The soil formations can change. Anything can go wrong on site. And the client want you on site. Yeah, and you receive a lot of calls. Yeah, I've got clients who are in the diaspora, and because of time differences here and there, they may call me very late. So you need to be very patient as we are doing this business, and also to have a big heart with this in. Yeah, because there is a lot of contention. This borehole business is very contentious business. So I do strike the balance. Over the weekend, I spend my weekend with my children at home and my family. Yeah, then I think once in a week I go out just to go and breathe somewhere. Yeah, but as the company grows and all the systems are stable and in place, I think I'll have more time for myself and my family.
Well, viewers, that is all we prepared for you on The Entrepreneur. This has been Faith Katai on behalf of the entire Zanis production team and my producer, Aaron Kamanga. Bye-bye.